Okay, we're prepared for that. Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna see who's here online. Okay, so 3/4, that should have been easy to do. And this one is 0.83 and it keeps going, right? So we just round to 0.83, right? 3 divided by 32, that's 0. And this is finite. So I'm going to write all of it down because it does end, okay? 19 divided by 23, that one keeps on going. So that would be 83, right? If you rounded that to 2 decimals, because there's a 6 after the 2, okay? 7/8, that's 0.875. If you're in trades, you memorize, you know these ones already. 3 1/4, so that'd be 3 whole units and 1/4, so that's that, right? 17 1/8, that's 17, and that's 0. Oh, no, 125. I actually knew that, but I'm nervous, so I use my calculator. All right, 24.5, right? 24.5. And there are no units here, but if you can tell, a lot of them are using the imperial system, so most likely this would have been like an inch, units in inches, but I just wanted to stay out of units for now. Here, I want you to test your rounding skills, okay? So write those down and then try to round, see how you do there. Let's go over the rounding here. 2 decimals. So basically you want to truncate it, right? You want to cut it after 2 decimals. So you always look to the right before you do that. So this will be 1798. If you round it here, this will be 0.25 because the 9 bumps that up to a 5. If you round it here, it'll be 19.45 because the 4, right? If it's anything less than 5 on the right, it stays the same. So 201 point, what happens here? Right, this 9 bumps that to a 9, so you stay at 99, right, if you cut it here. Over here, if you were to truncate it there, what happens there? Well, it's 1048 point, right, this turns to a 10, you got to carry one over to this side, so it's 20, okay? So the 8 bumps this to 10, you can't have a 10, so you write down the 0, carry over the 1, so this is 10, 48, 20 there, okay? Over here, this is called the ripple effect. It's sort of what happens here as well. So this 6 will bump this. Yes, hold on guys. There you go. So this will bump that to a 10, which bumps this to a 10, which bumps the next number. So as long as you have 9s, that just keeps on bumping up the next one. So this would be 259.00 technically, right? And here you have the same thing. You cut it there. The 7 bumps this to a 10, 10, 10, 10, 5. So you'll have, this is just 500 like that. Okay? And then here again, the 4 does not change anything, so this is just 789.99. Okay? So that's how the rounding works there. Next, and you should have seen this already. Next, we'll do. So Ramandeep, just if you joined us, just start writing this down, okay? I don't know why it wouldn't work, but we'll talk later. We'll do maybe stay behind after the chat, after the lesson is over, and then we'll talk, okay? I would always write down the question first. Margiam is asking. I would write down the question. In this case, if I give you a quiz, don't do it, right? And you just answer. So I'm going to go ahead and solve this now. All right. So basically, you can't have percentages. So you turn that into this, right? So that'd be 7.5. But it's dollars, so it's 750. Okay. This one, if you turn that into a decimal, and remember to turn this into a decimal, just divide it by 100, right? By 2,550. And that's dollars again, 68.76. Okay. And you turn that into a decimal. Just divide it by 100. And that is 574 if you round it, because there's a 7 after the 3. Okay, oops. And then we have 2 3/4%. So if you need to do that, right, you just rewrite it quickly and then turn it into a decimal. Okay. And that is, I just need to make sure I have room for that, 15,536.96. Okay. And 25.64, that would be 256.2564 times, and that's people now, right? That gives you 2012, sorry, 2012.74, which is approximately people, right? Whole units. The context implies that. I don't have to tell you that, right? So that would be, you look at, if these are your ones, you look right next to it as a 7, so it bumps it up to 2013 people. Okay. So rounding to whole units still applies, especially when we do probability, which we will do later on. If we're talking number of items or people or number of cans, whatever, if it implies whole units, you have to have whole units, right? An exception would be anything you can measure. So distance, capacity, like liters, milliliters, anything like that, you can have it in decimals because you can actually do that, right? You can break it down. So here are some proportions that I want you to write down and try it. I'm going to pause my recording here. So a couple more there. All right, so here we have some proportions, right? So if you were here for the day 1 or day 2, right, we cross multiply diagonally always, right? So to show your work, you would simply do this. And whatever variable is here is going to be the two numbers multiplied, divided by what's left, right? So you do that. So I'm just going to work them all out, just show my work, and then I'll give you the answers, okay? So here you have these two multiplying, so it's 3.95 times 95.7 over 124.5. Here I have these two, x is equal to 0.85 times 1.25 divided by 19.75. Over here I have these two multiplying, 1058.98 over 78.98. Here I have these two multiplying, L is equal to 0.12 times 0.25, 0.98. So it should be pretty clear to you by now as to how to show your work. Okay, that's basically the purpose of this activity, is for us to all be on the same page when it comes to showing our work. 125,489. And now I'm going to actually calculate that. 22.5. We don't know the units, so we just leave it like that. This is 3.04. So it doesn't matter where the variable is, as long as you remember to cross multiply and divide by what's left, you're going to get it right every single time, okay? So this is 0.05 x there, m 7.62 times that's 102.17. This is a small number, 0.03. K is equal to 3584. That's 0.51. Any objections? We're good? So check. I do make mistakes, so let me know if you disagree. Okay. I'm gonna ask you to evaluate the following expressions on your own, and I'm gonna try to work this ahead so that you're not all waiting for me to calculate this. Okay. I made this brand new this week. And I forgot to record, but there's the answers at least that will be on the video, and then we're gonna continue a little bit more tomorrow with skills. Okay.